Hey guys, what's up? My name's 87 Elock, and today I'm bringing you guys my second installment of my Call of Duty Ghosts Going for Gold Camo Breakdown series. Today we'll be doing the brush camo, and so let's get right into it. So first, with some background information, the brush camo is unlocked by getting 150 kills with assault rifles while crouched, getting 100 kills with submachine guns, light machine guns, marksman rifles, and sniper rifles while crouched, and getting 50 kills with shotguns and the riot shield while crouched. So it's the crouching one, obviously, and this is the only Call of Duty that this camo has been featured in so far. Obviously it might come into ones in the future, but yeah, so let's get right into the class breakdown. Alright, so back with the class setup, what we have is, I'll show you, the gun I decided to use was a Remington. As you can see in the gameplay, this was the exact class I was using in the gameplay. And what we have is, obviously the Remington, you can put on the attachments you want, even though I think, for example, since it's a crouched weapon, I like to use, since it's one of the earlier ones that you get, easily, I like to use it with no attachments, but I wanted to get a good episode out, so I used attachments. It's up to you. You use whatever you want here. I suggest not using a secondary because it opens up more perk spots, which I like using the perks more than I use the secondary. I'd rather use something I use all game compared to something I only use once or twice in a game. And then lethal tacticals. For this particular one, you don't need them because the whole goal is you're trying to get kills with your gun, or or desired weapon or whatever you're using. So I don't use any of those just because it'll distract me. I'll try and get kills with them, and I don't want that. And so here's the important part. We move on to perks. Now, in terms of perks, the things I used were agility, stalker, quick draw, takedown, and dead silence. So I'll explain each of these. Agility I used because when you're moving around, even crouched, it's going faster, and I prefer going faster than going normal speed. And you're already slowed down when you crouch, so it's better to have that on. Stalker, so even while you're crouched and moving slow anyways, you can still move fast, which I enjoy using. I use Stalker in almost all my classes because, I don't know, it's an important one for me. Quick Draw is if you're ever actually moving and you need to kill someone really fast, you can click that B and get your gun up at the same time really fast, and you can take them out, which I used a couple times in the gameplay, you'll see. And then the last ones were takedown for when you're sneaking up on enemies and killing multiple people that are in the same area, which is also why I have the silencer on. And dead silence, obviously they can't hear you coming up the steps. And then I was thinking of this in prison, so those steps are the ones I was thinking, prison break. And then last, I just have a support kill streak again. I have the ballistic vest just because I like being able to take a little bit more damage. The night owl just because you can see where enemies are, camping ones and everything. So that's really helpful when you're trying to get the crouch kills because you can get the jump on them. And the last one is a support squad mate. Now this one is kind of weird, but I used it because it's gonna help you do some of the assault rifle achievements. That's how I got some of mine, so that's why I did it. And if you have them going out all the time, you might as well get some of the riot shield ones done. There's no reason not to. So anyways, with that, let's get into the game mode I suggest. Alright guys, so lastly we have the game modes that I suggest. Now, what I'm going to do this time is a little different than last time. I'm going to tell you the ones that I think are the top 3 best ones. I'm going to tell you the ones that I suggest if you don't want to use those 3. And then I'm going to tell you the ones that I do not recommend. Just because there are some that are important that you need to get, and there's some that you just shouldn't do at all. So with that, let's talk about it. The first one I'm gonna say that is good is I'm gonna go with free-for-all, just because with free-for-all you can really it's hard to say. You can stay still and have people come to you, but at the same time you can move around and kill everyone, and since everyone's an enemy, it's a lot better than just doing nothing at all, if that makes sense. I'm trying to make it sound good. The next one would be TDM, just because with TDM you get the same amount of kills, and it's kind of I like to think of TDM as free for all with the team, because that's pretty much what it is. That is what it is actually. So yeah, it's the same as free for all, you just with more people, and you probably end up getting less kills in TDM than you get in free for all, but that's okay because you're going for crouch kills, which is the important thing. And then lastly, the third best game mode that I suggest is a two-way tie. It's between Blitz and domination. Now the reason I say those two is because in both those game modes there's an objective and there's a, well, most of the time there's an objective and then there's one that you're trying to defend. Like there's a defending objective, there's the enemy objective. So I suggest those because if you can play defense, for example on Blitz, people are trying to get through your portal. If you can play defense, you can be crouching in the back of your map and have everyone coming towards you and you shoot them. And as long as you're moving around a bit and staying crouched, you'll get your crouch kills really fast. So that's why I suggest that game mode for getting your crouch kills. In domination, it's the same thing. People can come for your home flag or they'll go for the middle flag. So for example, if you're playing on, I think it's Warhawk, you can go into either one of the buildings and protect B flag, but you just gotta watch getting shot obviously. But as long as you're crouched, you're gonna get those crouch kills really fast, and that'll work pretty much on any map. Now the game modes that I suggest if you're gonna do, I'm just gonna give you all of them, I'm not gonna break them down very much. Well, obviously TDM, Blitz, you can do cranked. I don't suggest it that much, but you can do cranked. Kill confirmed, it's good. Domination, obviously. Free for all, team tactical, and ground war. Those are all ones that I suggest you can use. Now the ones that I recommend that you do not touch, you do not go near, are reinforced. Even though it's a fun game type, you cannot go near it because you don't get that many kills. I'm actually gonna put cranked on this list. I changed my mind. Cranked is so fast paced, you don't have time to crouch a lot, and you don't have time to camp, so I'm gonna take out cranked. Search and rescue and search and destroy are also big no-nos because you obviously, like, in neither of those you're not getting very many kills, and the whole point is you want to get as many kills as you can really fast. So that's what we need to do. Next would be infected. Don't touch it because obviously unless you're working on like the MSBS or like one of the snipers, even then it's not very helpful because you do get a bunch of kills in that game, but how often do you get that gun, right? Like you don't get it very often. And yeah, that's pretty much all the ones I don't recommend, and that's pretty much the end of this video. Really, crouching is one of the easier ones to do, so I'm sure you guys can do it, and I'm going to be coming up with some of the harder ones soon because I have a really good video plan for Point Blank. So when that comes out, make sure you guys check it out. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this helps you a little bit on your way to get gold guns. I know it helped me, and so that's why I'm sharing it with you guys. Anyways, guys, I'm just gonna I die here, so I wasn't gonna get a chem strike. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys later. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed the video, comment if you have any questions or anything like that, or any tips for other people to read, and lastly, subscribe for more of my content. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.